The sea covers over 2/3 of our planet's surface. Yet we know more about space and the universe than we do about our own oceans. Scuba diving allows us to peel back the blue veil that obstructs our eyes from all the magnificent things that lurk below. And rest beneath the sea. We invite you to join us as we travel and explore all that lies beneath. Hi there, this is Captain Dennis of Squalus Marine Divers. Today we're heading off of Cape Cod, going to a wreck called the Horatio Hall. This is a big, basically 300-foot steamer that got hit in Nantucket, and then it kind of drifted around a little bit until they beached it up here just east on Monomoy Point. And we're going to go down and check it out. It's shallow water, but there's a lot of current. And by shallow, I mean under 40 feet. So we're going to pull ourselves up and then start making our way down. Now, most of the stuff we've been diving up here this trip on the Cape has been in the 100-foot range, so this is a nice change of scenery. You can see with a lot more light, we get a lot more plant life, and then we get a lot more fish. And as we make our way down, you can see there's really a whole bunch of different kinds down here. And a little fluke right there, and a lot of Burgals or Connors. Everybody's got their own special name for them. And here you can see where we're tied into the wreckage. Big blackfish. So our game plan is we're going to swim down or and around basically what I think is the port side. Here are these big giant boilers. This thing was massive. It had like over 100 staterooms. This was a really big ship. But current is a factor here, so you really need to hit this spot at the right tide. So make sure you read up on your Eldridge. Now I'm hoping that as we get down further, the current won't be as strong. So we're down here at the bottom, and I saw this strange structure, and it looked like some kind of a porthole, so we went in to look a little bit closer. As we got up to it, we could see it was a memorial plaque. Alec McGinley, 1986 to 2009, master diver. He loved diving here. It's a nice fitting tribute to a diver who apparently loved this site. This is the second memorial plaque I've seen. The first one I saw was in Bayville, New York, on one of the barges out there. Well, we're going to keep moving forward, and this looks like part of the gunnel has kind of fallen open onto the side. And there's a considerable amount of wreckage, a lot of places for the fish to hide and live and make a home for themselves. So we're going to look in between some of these cracks, see if we can see anybody interesting. Just a beautiful dive. I mean, it was nice to just be down here with all the fish and be part of the scene. I'm going to move in closer towards some of these boilers, kind of explore in between a little bit. So we're going to sneak up here, kind of in between these boilers, and look into the real meat of the ship. I get great visibility. Now I get so many fish I can't even see the ship. So if you look in here, you can see just how big this is. I mean, it's a whole other side to this. We'll have to come back at another time to really explore both sides. So we can see that there's some lobsters that have made this place their home. These are some big lobsters, some of them. And I'm going to look in between some more boilers. You can see there's some wreckage down there. It looks like some big pieces of steel. And as we look down, you can kind of see right there on the top of your screen. Can you see it? See that green? That's brass. I'm going to kind of fan the sand around here a little bit, get a better look at it. But you can see it's clearly a big brass valve, which is pretty commonplace on a lot of these big steamships. This is probably 20 pounds worth of brass right there. So we're going to keep moving forward a little bit more. Looking in between the piles and piles of twisted metal and wreckage. Like I said, diverse marine life down here. Cool little flatfish. And as I get closer towards I think the bow of the ship, you can see there's even more wreckage. I'm pretty sure the ship was demolished. I think it was a hazard to navigation. And up here, it looks like we may have found a survivor. Oh no. Oh, no, that's not a survivor. Just a glove, folks. This giant piece right here, I thought was one of the two masts. I mean, it wasn't a sailboat, but there were two big, giant, I guess, poles, for lack of a better word, where they had things mounted to. And this blackfish up here was massive. I couldn't keep up with them, but you can see here's that mast thing I was talking about. It might not be, but it looked like it was to me. So we decided to swim up to see if we could come across anything. And it kind of looks like it gets wider here, so I don't know. Maybe this is one of those big pieces, or I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know. You guys can figure it out. What it is right now is a great place for fish to hang out. And you got some ribs sticking out over here. Pretty cool stuff. This is a fun dive, you know. It wasn't really, it was a little cold, a little brisk, but that's the Northeast for you. Another big lobster hiding underneath here. Well, like I say, I work for a seafood company, so I'm all set with lobster. We just like to leave the marine life where we find it. Here we've got another blackfish. Looks like he's all scraped up from bumping into the wreckage down here. And here you can see all the bergals getting crazy. The chain is wrapped around the big stanchion on the wreck, and it's ripping up and smashing up all the shellfish. So these guys are having a free lunch. Here they are. So as we get back to the upline, we see Tom is breaking down his wreck reel. He's going to make his ascent. We're just going to wait here a little bit, let these guys get out of the water, and then we're going to come up behind them and get up on the boat. We'd like to say thanks for checking us out once more on the wreck of the Horatio Hall. If you're interested in checking out more of our dive videos, you can go to squalusmarine.com. And we'd like to thank Captain Wayne on the canned air. We look forward to diving with you next time, and until then, I'm Captain Dennis.